everyone, it's Caroline on the hillside. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a great weekend. It's week 19 of the Hillside Heart Prompts. I am fighting allergies, so pardon my nasally speech. I know it's a hard time of year for a lot of people. Today's prompts are Solitude, donated by Patricia R., and Blooming, donated by Selena Stevens, 5265. Thank you very much for your awesome words, prompts. I really appreciate it. Wow, how appropriate those words are for spring, and also it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Moms everywhere. I'm going to choose this page, and I guess I'll incorporate this. I just flipped it over. I'm not going to look for a certain aesthetic. I'm going to go with what I have here. I've just pulled out a few floral images from gardening magazines and some books. I have this Ideals Mother's Day book that I've been harvesting from, and this was from Kathy over at Cozy Home Paper Studio. And I'll put a poem in. I can cut some florals for blooming. I'm also going to see if I can incorporate something about solitude. Sometimes we just need a little solitude from our busy lives. I know I need it from my busy mind, so this is a place for me to get that and to refresh. I'm looking at all these fun images and illustrations, and right away I see this beautiful barn. It definitely reminds me of being on a quiet walk, and we have a barn up our road. Of course, all these garden photos remind me of my own garden here, my older garden that I had when we lived in the city. I have to use this side too. These beautiful coneflower. This could be a good background for the black page. And I don't necessarily want that too in there, but I can probably put something in there to camouflage it. And since we're having a fun visit chat, what is it that gives you solitude? What do you like to do? I wasn't much a fan of solitude when I was younger. I always felt like I needed to be on the go. This is when I was a teenager, always looking for adventure. But you certainly appreciate solitude. Once you reach a certain age, can I say, maybe I'm certain level of contentment. That's the way it is for me. And I think it's a learned thing. I learned how to appreciate solitude. I do like the edge. I like the white thread. I think I'll do that, and then I can add other things on here. I'll leave it like that for now. We'll see if I get inspired to do something else. Okay, maybe I'm going to... I had printed this off. I am part of Odilcina's design team, and I had this for the flowers and antique documents, and this was a collage sheet. I'm going to take it apart and use different elements from it on the other page. I think I'm going to do that and do maybe a little collage work over here. Okay, that's beautiful. Blooming. I'll link my first design team project with Odolcina's kits. A couple of her kits that I used. That's pretty. Just to have some writing in the background. I'll cut this out. Maybe one of these poems will be part of the Solitude. Not too sure here if they are. Before the day begins. Oh, that is beautiful. Some solitude time in the morning before your day gets going. I want to say thank you to everyone who is new to the hillside. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for all your awesome, encouraging, enthusiastic comments and messages. I really, really appreciate it. Love our friendship. I love the community. I can use this and still use the background. That would be so fun. So I'm going to incorporate the edge here. Maybe like that. Keep it on the magazine page. Maybe this in the background. Using the thread on the edge of the paper as my frame, my boundary. And this is a shiny page, but it doesn't have that much gloss on it. Purple coneflower, love that. Blooming in the garden. And now I'm going to put this one in here. All these pages are beautiful, but I don't need them all. How wide is that? It's just over an inch. Just over an inch, so right here, I think. Let's see. This poem is so appropriate for today, for solitude, and it says, before the day begins, some mornings I must get away, away from living's din, and so I rise at break of day to watch the day begin. I stand beneath the maple tree and touch its emerald lace, or I may spot a bumblebee intent on saying grace. Sometimes I hear a tiny wren, its song just pouring out. I smell the roses too, and then I pause or walk about, till suddenly my life is whole. I'm ready, come what may. This morning I must feed my soul before I start the day. This is perfect. I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to keep it in the text that it was presented. What I'm going to do is separate all of the lines. This is exactly what solitude is for me. Hopefully I remember how this poem went together, because now I've got all the words mixed up. Okay, good renewal of the soul in the morning. Perfect time to do it. I took another picture from the Ideals magazine, and I don't want to take the whole thing, because I don't have a lot of space on my page. So I'm going to see I can take a few things off of there. And I would like to put a picture of a girl or a woman. And I have this old book that I've been taking from. And this lady here, she looks like she's in solitude. So I don't know. I think I'm going to try this one. These are just way too big. She may not even make it, but oh, and the page is so old. This book is so old that it's tearing. I won't go so close. I'm also going to use some of my washi tape because I have that right near me. I think that'll be fun. I'm just going to place it for a moment. I'd like to put this bird bath in there. Okay, let me see. See what I can come up with all these things that I've cut already. These beautiful roses up here, maybe. And then I have these roses. Maybe too much, maybe too many roses. Don't have to use all of these. Oh, let's look at the washi tape. I'm going to put a butterfly on here. These are really pretty, beautiful butterflies. This was from EB. Did a review on that, and which was lovely. Using the poem as my inspiration. I will definitely use this lovely lady. I'm not going to cover the whole background. I like some of the white showing. Actually, this would look good right here, I think. Like that. Sitting in the roses. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. That one might not work. Still really loving this poem. Now what I'll do here is I'll cut a little bit more from the path. I have such great fond memories of celebrating my mom when I was younger. These colors are the same. So I'm just wondering now if I think what I'll do is I'll color in some of those. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if I could. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. Then it gives it a little bit of gives it a good background. Well, I love all the paper that it's on, but I don't want all of it in the background. Oh, why don't I put it right there? I'm not taking the whole thing. I put a little bit of glue on the end, and I'm going to make it, I'm just going to make it come out here a little bit. And I wonder if I can put this on. Maybe another piece of washi tape right here. That'll hold that down. I'm taking this pen, I'm coloring some of these roses in. I was going to use my watercolor, but I think this is all it needs. I have this pink pen that was so cheap years ago, and it still works, and I love it because it's pink. Oh, I love the crunchy sound with all the papers underneath. A yellow marker, and I could add a little bit of color right here. And I'm going to do the back of this card. It would be fun to put one of these photos on here. I think I will. Maybe a little collage like this. Roses in the pasture. Well, I might have to take that. Oh, my tearing's not the best right now. It was going like this. I'll trim off the rest. Just did a quick sewing around the card, and I'm going to put this little piece of washi tape right here. And I'll stick this on the top. Or on the top, on the side. Let's do it on the side here, right here. Yes, like that. I was going to put a whole big sentence, but I'm putting the roses over here, tucking it underneath. It can be, she loved the roses. I love the roses. I love the flowers. I'm going to write Happy Mother's Day or Mother's Day up here. This is today's finished Hillside Heart Prompts Week 19. The words are Solitude and Blooming. I flipped it the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter. Using several sources for the images, an old, very old book page, and an Ideals magazine. I also used some gardening magazine. I used some images from the kit Flowers and Antique Documents, and that's from Eau Dulcina. And on this side, I also used the same. I took a poem that went so well with today's thoughts and feelings and the prompts. It's called Before the Day Begins. I love this poem. It really speaks to me. It happens to be Mother's Day, so I love that. And all these things are what I see as having some solitude. Thanks everyone for joining me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Stay adventurous and be fresh. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye for now.